Hi everybody, Lance Light from Home Power Systems, and today we are going to test a boiler that I invented almost 2 years ago, but it's taken me this long to build my shop up and make everybody who is going to help me on the project come to fruition. We're kind of a David and Goliath operation here. I decided that the monopoly of the power companies was just too much and thought it would be nice to be able to generate power at home using wood pellets. So that was in 2012. Let's see, we've got the shop together, we've got all the materials. Right now we're starting to do some research and development on the only part of the package that doesn't have an off-the-shelf component to it. This is a boiler that myself and others have invented, and we're going to be testing that today. So if you step on back here, we'll get going. I don't want to foul the boiler up too much, so I'm going to use distilled water into my makeshift condensate tank. Anybody who's ever deep fried a turkey at Thanksgiving knows what that stainless steel tank is. I think the boiler will hold about 1.5 gallons. Right now I have about 3 gallons in the tank. You go around over here, you'll see I have a shut off for the condensate tank. It goes down to the feed pump, switches over to stainless steel on the high pressure side of the feed pump. And then I have a dual feed system that goes into the side, will feed the boiler, gauge glass, isolation valves, relief valve, a bottom blow valve. This is the steam out. So I guess the first thing we're going to do is turn the pump on, and we'll see if we can't get a water level in the boiler. And I just make shift here. I just got to plug in and plug off, so it's a little easy for me. Okay, well, there it goes. We'll wait and see if we get a water level. I don't know how much it's going to take. Let me see if you can get a shot of that tank. Yeah, it's using water. Okay, I hope you can see that. We've got a water level on the boiler. And I'm going to cut it off right there. All right. Jimmy set it up right over there, and I'll introduce you. Hey everybody, we're back, and with me is Jimmy, my machinist. He's the inventor of all of the changes to the reciprocating engine, and he's also helping me with the design of the boiler and the construction of the tube plates and things like that. So welcome, Jimmy, to the test. We'll just keep on going here. Let's see, flames for the boiler. Let's get this thing lit and see what it does. Okay. Let's see. Just a little bit more, Jimmy. And we have flame.
About 60 degrees. Well, it's already moving up, so.
Yeah. We had a little bit of cool night last night. Not freezing, but close to it. So we're probably going to be warming up some thermal mass here for a little bit.
That actually burn off the cooker. Very nice.
It It is, for the simple fact that it's the same amount of BTUs that I'm anticipating using for the pellet burner. So I thought if I tested on propane, I wouldn't have to buy a burner in case it didn't work out, which it looks like the burner is going to be too big and I may have to scale back to a smaller model. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking with grease. 98, 99, 100. Okay. We're really not getting much over. I mean, it's going up the boiler. It's not coming out the sides. It's pretty much going in there. Well, we have a total of 4 gallons in the boiler and the condensate tank. And I anticipate having the exhaust of the engine. In fact, let's take a look at what Jimmy has done. Jimmy, let's go over here and this is the engine that Jimmy has modified, and I'm not sure exactly what he's done. Jimmy, would you like to tell everybody exactly what you took apart and what you replaced?
By changing the camshaft of a 4-stroke engine to make it into a 2-stroke engine, we basically turned it into a steam pump or a steam engine or an air pump, either way. We tested it with air and found it quite efficient and torquey. So it's going to run whatever generator we decide to hook to it, and we'll achieve the proper RPM for the generator through V-belting and ship sizes, at least on our initial model. We have 2 different cam designs and 2 different blocks. They both run on air. The second camshaft will be the first one we test with the steam in the next movie.
Well, once we get this boiler tested and it looks like it's going to be steady state steaming, we'll use that torquey cam Jimmy was talking about. And just to let you guys, here is where the flywheel will go. The generator will be over here. We'll run a belt, or over here, we'll run the belt, depending on what RPM we need. And
we've left the spark plug in place just to kind of illustrate that this used to be a gas engine.
Used to be a gas engine.
It also gives us an option of doing some different shutdown oiling to the top side of the engine, depending on how hot our steam is and how much condensate we end up with in the block. But at this point, it's still experimental.
One of the things I know I'm going to have to do with the boiler is I don't currently have a steam screen in there. I wanted to test without the screen, but a steam screen will be installed. It's basically just a coarse stainless steel mesh where as the steam exits the boiler, it impinges against this mesh and knocks water droplets off the steam, which then the slight elevation we have built into the boiler lets that water flow back naturally to the boiler. So we'll have another trap along the way before we get to the engine, but Jimmy and I think with the traps, the insulation, and the heating that we're going to have inside the boiler, we should be okay, but that's what R&D is for, right?